Now, you can consider this one of the best episodes so far within the series. Because, like I said in the last video, you can't have one without the other. You know, and I say that because, you know, they need each other for it to be a nice, coherent story, in a way. For instance, last episode you had the confrontation, the conflict, and now you have the conclusion, the composure, the closure, all that good stuff. You had it all. And now here you are with this excellent, well perspective episode. We all had Rudy's perspective when it came to things. So we understand what he was going through. Very simple and easy to understand. We've been through his story since day one. But we only been in Paul's shoes only once, and it was in the first season. He was talking about his point of view when it came to raising his son and how he wanted his son to be just like him when he was young, whereas he hated his father to the point where he decided to run away. The same thing was about to happen again. So therefore, Paul knew that he had to do something about it. But of course, it took a while because guys can be stubborn. Our pride does get the better of us. Now, let's go off with the perspective of Norm. Norm's perspective of Paul is like Eric's perspective of Rudius. They see them doing no wrong. They're good, perfect people. For instance, imagine you're Norn and you're just a kid, an innocent child. You're not like Rudius, and um, you see your father going through hardships, doing everything he can to protect you, and then you see him rescuing people, fighting people, people thanking him, people treating him like a hero, him going day to day, making meetings, organizing plans and tasks, looking for other people who've gone missing. You see him tired at the end of the day, and you do everything you can to cheer him up. And in Nora's perspective, Paul is a stand-up guy, a great father, a hero. So that's why Norm sees Paul that way. And so that's why when, even after Brutus and Paul have forgiven each other, Norm was still being stubborn. Of course, she's still a child, but still, she sees someone that she truly cherishes being attacked. So it's gonna take a while. That's how children are like. You see them attacking their parents, and they have a good relationship with their parents. Even after the people who are having the conflict make up, the child themselves is going to take a while to really forgive what just happened, what just took place. That's just what it is to be an actual real child within a story. So I liked how they did that. I'm like, okay, we're all happy now. There are some good and bad sides, pros and cons. Now, Gisu being there was also good too. I keep saying Gisu because that's how I'm used to saying it when I was first reading Mushoku Tensei. His name was Gisu, but in line level translations, there's now Geese, so I need to start calling him Geese from now on. Fine, I'll call him Geese. Geese shows up. Geese is always there at the right time, at the right place, isn't he? What a guy. Well, anyways, he's there talking to Paul, and this is why I also appreciate the manga too. Like I said, in a way, the manga in a way itself is kind of canon, but it tells things in a different way. And sometimes it will give and take. So, with the scene with Geese in the anime, which is based off the novel, it's, he's telling Paul that you're underestimating the demonic content. It's a very dangerous place where you have to fight monsters in order to get firewood. You have to, which they didn't show, the trents. There's wood trents and stuff like that. Wood trents, stone trents. They didn't talk about that in the anime. But I guess it wasn't that important, but yes. If they had the time to do that, it made the world even more alive than it already is. You would see even more interesting creatures and stuff that they didn't really have a chance to really explain within the anime. But anyways, he had to do so much. The place is constantly dangerous, which they were lucky enough to have Rudyard to guide them through the entire place. So, yes, he did stroke on luck, but that shouldn't matter. Your son is here alive and well. You should consider this as a win that you have him still alive compared to the others, which is nice. Then also, he saw how the monsters are way stronger than the ones that are around here. So in the manga, there's when they're taking up a task and they're fighting a monster under the sewer, and it was pretty difficult. And Geese was saying how this monster is very weak compared to the monsters that are out where the place where Rudy's was at. So imagine Rudy's your son having to go through that every single day. So he was doing that comparison, which was really nice, and the way I did like that. So there's some things the manga does do that are really good that the novel does as well. And by the way, the mangaka of Mushoku Tensei does get the author's approval to make these kind of changes and perspectives onto the story. So you do see stuff in the manga, even though it does changes, he does get the approval in a way, by the way. So that being said, Paul now has to think about something, Then this is where he saw the two other times where he says how things are, which he should appreciate where Rudy is safe and sound. And he's saying, look how the old Norm is. Then there's the opposite direction where he want Rudy to go through this struggle to be there. He didn't want his story to be all happy, but Guy said what had happened if his story wasn't so happy. Would you prefer that instead? He came back completely broken, missing limbs and stuff, and then he's there and he looks all desperate and miserable, like he's on the verge of dying. You should appreciate what you have right now, is what pretty much Geese was saying. Be glad your son's back in one piece and there's nothing of him that's broken, both mentally and physically. So there's that. Now, then we have a scene where they finally meet and they talk, where I'm glad they did that as well, where Rudy is, seeing the eyes, look in his face of Paul, and seeing how he had a friend in his past life that was trying to help him out in his own way. Guys help people in a way. They don't fully understand things. Yes, people say, you don't know me, you don't understand what I've been through. Well, that's the point. They don't know you, they don't know what you've been through. But the fact that they're trying to help you be by your side is what matters the most. But unfortunately, we as humans forget that, ignore that, don't pay attention to it a lot, where we don't realize where people are trying to help us in their own way. But just because they don't know our story doesn't mean they cannot help us, which is unfortunately a lot of things that happens. We all been there. Now, the thing of Eric being a black guy and everything like that, it's just, yeah, like I said before, in the perspective of Eric, she really was trying to kill Paul. I mean, really was trying to kill him, not just the joke, like, I'm gonna kill him, beat him up and stuff. I mean, get her blade and finish him off. But Roger had to stop her, and he had to stop her by giving me so. Eris is one stubborn girl. Like she took a hit to the face, and she's still standing like, Yeah, she gonna grow up like tough as bricks, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, so she forgave Paul, but in her own way, in a way, she does that crossing. She really is like a guard dog, She really is one of the dogs of Rudius, And so is Reginald, but he's the old wise one where he's not so aggressive. Like, calm down, whippersnapper. So yes, this was a great episode. Now they have to find a way to escort Eris back, even knowing that the entire town is gone. It's completely vanished. Like I said before, everything is gone, down to the trees, to the little bugs, the animals. All that is gone, teleported in different random places across that planet. God knows where people or things are at right now. It just happens. And unfortunately, a lot of people didn't end up in a very good situation when they were teleported. Let's put it like that. So, yeah, man, this was great. This was great, man. It was nice closure, the perspectives, the character development, the music. And by the way, this is the last time we'll see Millis for a good while. Millis is one of the most beautiful places in in all of Mushoku Tensei, hands down, besides the Chaos Breaker, the Flying Castle in the sky. It is a beautiful place, man, and the anime did a great job establishing, doing the artwork, the background scenery for Millis. Nice. I can't wait for them to show it again. It's just mwah, good artwork, baby. So anyways, like that for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been the Madcrown on Anime. Signing out.